Hey everybody, today on Henry's HowTos, I'm going to show you how to make Indian style roasted potatoes. Let's get straight into it. So guys, I'm going to do this recipe based on 4 large sized potatoes. If you want to do more, all you need to do is double, triple or quadruple your recipe or so on. Now first thing you need to do is get a pot of hot water to the boil, just so that's ready for our potatoes. Now for the potatoes themselves, just half them through the middle, then through the middle again. And you just want to create little pieces like that. Now you can do any other shape you like, that's up to you. It's going to taste the same in the end anyway. So just continue to do that with all your potatoes. So you should end up with something like this. Now I should also point out to you, whenever I deal with potatoes, I always like to leave the skin on, as you can see. It just creates a more rustic look to it. Now that's completely up to you, you can peel them if you like, but when you're roasting or frying, I'll always leave them on. So guys, by this point your water should be at the boil. So what we're going to do is put our potatoes straight in. And the basic idea here is that we just want to blanch them for about 5 minutes, just so they become a touch softer. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes now. As you can see, it's starting to just very slowly boil. So at this stage we'll turn our heat off and turn your oven on to about 200 degrees Celsius. And with our potatoes we're just going to strain them. And make sure guys, immediately you run cold water. This will stop the cooking process. So now we'll get our potatoes, put it straight into another bowl, and now we can get to seasoning. So basically the whole blanching process just makes it go nice and tender like that. I don't know if you can tell by the video, but if you do this recipe you'll be able to tell. So we'll make our seasonings in one small bowl, then add this straight to our potatoes, that way the seasoning is well combined. So we'll start with about 1 tablespoon of salt, half a tablespoon of sweet paprika, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, half a teaspoon of tumeric, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, and about 1 teaspoon of ground coriander. Now just add in about 2 crushed garlic cloves. Now we'll set the bowl aside for now. Bring across just a small bunch of shallots. Now all we want to do is just very finely slice these. Just like that. Now this step is optional. You can substitute for coriander or parsley if you like. But I prefer spring onions as they go very well with potatoes. And we'll add our spring onions straight into our seasoning mix. And finally we'll add about 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, along with about 50 grams of melted butter. Now the butter is optional, you don't have to use it, but butter gives an amazing flavour and shine to potatoes. So now we'll just stir that through, get it nice and combined. And we'll just bring our potatoes back and pour our seasoning mixture straight over. Make sure to get it all out of the bowl. Now it would be wise to use gloves when you're dealing with this, because especially the turmeric stains your fingers and it takes a while until it comes off. So just give that a good mix through. Try and get all your potatoes nice and covered. Just how beautiful does that look? If you even want, you can just boil these potatoes until they're soft, add the seasoning and make a nice potato salad out of it. But then again, who's going to say no to roasted potatoes? So once you've got a good coverage like that, it's time to bake. So guys, just bring across a large baking tray that we can put these in. I always line my trays with baking paper. Reason being, it just makes it easy to wash after. So you don't have to do that, that's just up to you. And all we want to do is pour our potato mixture straight onto our tray. And guys, just even it out. they'll cook faster and they'll come out much nicer if they're all separated. If they're just clumped together, they just won't cook evenly. So to cook these guys, 200 degrees Celsius, we're looking for about probably 30 minutes, maybe a bit more. So just check after 30 minutes and we'll see how we're going. And there we have it, guys. So I left mine for 35 minutes, and as you can see, they've come out beautiful. So to test if they're cooked, all you want to do is just run a knife straight in and see how softly it went in. That obviously signifies that it's cooked. So as you can see, as I said, the whole purpose of the baking paper is to make washing easy. So see all that? If you lift that up, there's hardly any cleaning to do, just a quick wash. So just let these rest for about 5 minutes before you serve it. And there we go, it's as simple as that, and they look absolutely amazing. And they taste amazing too, I guarantee it. I hope you like that, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you've got any comments or suggestions, leave them at the bottom, and I'll see you all next time.